So this is Fran. So as you can tell with Fran, it's really hard to interrupt her. She's got a lot going on, and what we're trying to do is get her just to become aware of us. So we're taking her from unaware to what we call aware. Really quick stage, and what we're trying to do in that stage is to introduce our story. We do that with what we call why stories, which then once that she's been made aware of, then we kind of get her to go to our website to where we meet Dan. So once they come through Fran and become aware of you, then the next thing that they want to do is they want to go to your website to check you out, which is where we meet Dan. Dan stands for digest. They're trying to digest everything about you so that they can really understand who you are and what you do. So in the Dan stage, it's where we are now telling our story, and the styles of stories that we do there are what we call about us stories. We're really trying to get Dan to go from confused to unconfused so that we can get him to the next stage, which is Claire, to where he can try and make a really good decision about buying from you. So this is Claire. Okay, so we've been found in Fran, and we've done a lot of digesting about you in Dan. We get an idea of who you are and what you do, and it feels right, so now we're gonna move on to Claire. And Claire is where we need to confirm our hunch that it makes sense to do business with you. So Claire's kind of stubborn, so we have to prove our story here. So the styles of stories that really work well within the Claire stage are what we call client stories, process stories, success stories, things that we can do in a third party to make it much more believable that you can do what you say you can do. So hopefully we get people in the Claire stage and we get them to sign on the dotted line. They become a buyer. They've gone from I'm interested to I'm buying. And luckily when we get to buying, now we can jump into the Bob stage, right? And the Bob stage is where we can go from I'm buying to I'm buying again. Bob's a believer. We love Bob. Bob is like the most awesome part of the whole process because he's the guy that we can get to renew, upgrade, or just continue buying from us. So Fran, Dan, Claire, and Bob, 4 different personalities of our sales cycle. And it's how we can help not only us, but you understand what type of story needs to resonate at what time, depending on where your audience is in the sales cycle. So Fran, Dan, Claire, and Bob, have fun with these guys.